What's up, y'all? Welcome to Unmastered, episode 16. We've been gone for a fat minute.
Yes.
We're back. We were talking about, what we've been up to for the last 6 months, and you were saying that, you're still doing the same school and working and whatnot. But you also mentioned some activities. So what are activities that you've been enjoying in your free time that are giving you that extra kind of grace and just shit like that?
What we talked about before, the whole reading thing.
Yeah.
The thing about that, I just want to find something that I'm interested in reading in, something that's not boring, because I get bored easily when it comes to reading. So,
Yeah.
like with me, I like horror, kind of like books like that. And then, like you mentioned to me earlier about the philosophy, and that sounds very interesting, and I know that would open up my mind to certain things. So I'll probably be interested in that. But reading, I'm starting to work
Hell
out
yeah.
again. Yeah, I'm not fat, but I want to lose some of this weight.
Yeah.
Not trying to be all buff and strong like you see,
Yeah.
but I just want to lose a little some weight.
I feel you.
Cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Just finding recipes and just seeing how it is. If it's good, it's good. If it's not, I tried. That's all that matters. So, but those are really the main hobbies or activities that I've been trying to get into.
Hell yeah.
And so far, I'm enjoying it. Like, I have no complaints about it.
Hell yeah. Just building that consistency little by little and shit. Hell yeah.
Because I just have, at this point, I feel like I have so much time on my hands, so I'm just taking advantage while I can. So, yeah.
Hell yeah. So more time, are you still working full time and stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm still working. I'm really part-time.
Okay.
And then the whole school thing, that's online, so that's not too much of a hassle in my day.
How much do you have left?
So I graduate next Friday.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. But it's weird how I'm taking these 2 summer classes, and if I pass these, I'm done. I get my bachelor's, whatnot. Because it's weird. The last day of school is the day I graduate. So it's kind of like I have to wait after graduation to see, which I know I will. But it's just weird. So, yeah, I graduate next Friday.
That's amazing, bro.
Super excited.
Yeah.
I'm super excited.
That's amazing, bro.
So, yeah. So, how you been? Tell us about your trip.
I've been good, bro. Shit. I went to Washington State.
Yes.
I think we left first week of June. Because Delilah, she gets out when the kids get out of school and stuff. And I think that was late May. So first week of June we just took off for a week. It was amazing, bro.
Really?
I went back in 2017, 2018. And it's the only place that I had ever flown. It was the first place I ever flew to. I had flown when I was a kid, 3 years old, but that don't count because I don't remember.
You don't remember exactly, yeah.
But that was the first time that I can remember being on a flight and shit. And so I went to Seattle. But that time I was just in the city, but it was still beautiful. I had gone during the spring, summertime also. And the weather is fucking amazing.
You went at a good time.
Bruh, it was beautiful. The vibes, nature, and just within the city of Seattle and downtown Seattle, there's a lot of trees and greenery that's composed along with the city. It's pretty cool. But
how did you feel about flying? Were you nervous?
That first time? Yeah. It was weird. Yeah, back in 2017, 2018. And for me, whenever I fly, my ears pop hard as shit. And then I can't really hear straight for a good hour after the flight, bro.
And people say chew gum. I tried it. It does not work.
It doesn't work, bro.
It doesn't work.
I tried doing the little popping thing where you just but my girl told me that could really that could rupture your eardrums, so I stopped doing that shit.
The only thing I can think of, bro, is Like, I have AirPods.
Yeah.
So the noise cancellation, because when I went to my trip to Hawaii, I had my AirPods in
It
the whole
helps.
flight. So my ears did not pop at all.
Gotcha.
Literally. So that's the only thing I can suggest. Like, if you
Yeah.
have earphones with noise cancellation, something like that. But
Yeah.
the chewing gum does not work.
Nah.
Does not work.
And it ain't too bad. It's just like, you know, it's a weird feeling. But besides that, it was pretty cool. But I always wanted to go back. I remember back then, I would say this. I would always be like, Washington's like a person that I miss. Like missing the place was almost like missing a person.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful. Finally I hadn't taken a vacation since probably like 2020.
A long time.
2020, 2021. Yeah. But yeah, it was amazing. We got to explore more outside, more like
nature
kinda, yeah. Because the first time that I went, like I was a kid, like I was in my, you know, very early 20s. I couldn't even get into bars. I think I was 20 years old. You know, so if you're in the city, there's not much to do, you know.
Right.
You know, it's just going out to bars and restaurants and shit.
Just got to find your fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now going back, we rented a Tesla, bro, and I had never driven a Tesla in my life. And it's not even like, we got the base model, which is the Model 3.
Okay.
Which has, I think, the one we got has a slightly longer range.
Okay.
It's not the performance or nothing, but it just has a slightly longer range. But bro, like, just stepping on it is crazy. It feels like a rocket ship. Like, you literally go from like, I would like, because you know how you take the exit ramps or whatever, to get on the freeway. So you go from like 30 to going to like 65. So I'd be like, all right, bet, let's test this thing out. Just whoo. So instant and awesome. Like, I think my favorite feature besides all that shit and besides the fact that you don't have to do any maintenance ever, I mean, besides, you know, whatever. But like a regular car, you don't need to change the oil and all that good stuff. But
when you're driving, do you hear anything? Is it silent?
It's silent, bro. Dead ass silent.
I've never been in a Tesla, so I won't know.
Even the base model, which we had, it was, you know, no luxury package, nothing. Just the base model. The sound system was crazy.
Really?
It sounds like you're in a studio. Like, it's really good. And, like, so the higher you go up, the tiers, which isn't that much, especially for, like, the Model 3, you know, it's like buying, you know, Altima or good, like, Camry and stuff, or good Maxima, like, $30,000 to $40,000 range. You can get something that has even better sound, like, and it's really good, bro.
Now, let me ask you this. How do you feel about the Cybertruck?
I love it.
Yeah.
I was about to say that. So, like,
me too.
Like, after that experience of just being able to drive that thing, and because we got the most out of it, bro, like, I love the Tesla system now that I've actually driven a car, because in the maps, it tells you, all right, you can look up the supercharger and be like, all right, I got to stop right here. Because we stayed probably like an hour north of Seattle, 40 minutes to an hour type shit. And from there, we started going to like mountain ranges that were like 2.5 hours from there and shit like that. So I would plan the trip, you know, charge up full in the morning, head all the way there, and on the way back, when you're like lower, you stop at a charger. And so I love that shit, bro. And like, I learned that there's plans for people where you only pay $10 to $15 a month and you get unlimited free supercharger charging. Crazy. And even if that's not the case, I use the supercharger every single time that I went, like where it's just all the Tesla chargers and shit. It's like $10, bro.
Really?
$10 to $12 to fill that shit up, like, completely. Because whenever I would go have to fill up, it was because we were at probably like 10, 15%.
Right.
And I would fill up all the way because we were driving everywhere type shit.
Does it charge fast, or is it like
it's not bad. It's like a good, on the supercharger, it was like a good, like, from the lowest to the highest that I ever went, which was probably like a good 10 to 15 all the way to like 100 or 90.
Right.
Probably like 40 minutes, which is like cool because especially in those scenarios where you're traveling and you're renting a car, you're not having to spend on gas fees.
Right.
Because out there is even more expensive. That shit was like $4 or $5, you know, a gallon type shit. Fuck that. But like, you know, for those experiences, it works out. And also, I feel like if you have one for your day to day life, as long as you planned out kind of like your week and just like, all right, this day I'm going to stop here and charge, and that'll be like my charging day or whatever.
Right.
I think the cost outweighs the, the bit of time that you have to wait there, and charge your car and shit. But yeah, I paid off my truck this year. Fucking first big thing I've ever paid off in my life.
Good job.
Thank you, brother. Yeah,
Good
that shit
shit.
felt amazing. It felt like I have like nothing on my shoulders because like
Yeah.
it's like no debt. But
Yeah. That's good.
But yeah, the next vehicle, whether that's 2-3 years, because I'm gonna wait till my truck just does its thing.
Because you have a good truck, a Toyota truck.
Toyota's gonna last you a good minute.
Right.
But yeah, Cybertruck for sure. And not even a Cyber Beast, but maybe just like the 2 motor. And just, I love the way it looks.
I do too.
It's cool as fuck.
It's cool.
I would wrap it for sure, like black or something. But I think it's a fucking dope vehicle. Yeah.
It's really different. Really different.
The electric vehicle function, just like having the experience with even just the base Model 3 is like, holy shit. Like, I can only imagine how nice the Tesla truck is going to be. Yeah. But no, yeah, Washington was lit, bro. Mountain ranges, amazing. It's right next to the ocean.
Nice.
Had the best fish and chips I've ever had in my life, bro. And we went on a whim because we stayed at 2 separate Airbnbs. The first half of the trip, we stayed up north.
Okay.
To go more explore the mountain ranges and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was our last day. We were checking out of the Airbnb, and we had found this place the day before. And I was like, fuck it, you want to go? And it was like an hour and a half north. Like, bro, we were like 30 minutes from Vancouver when we were at that spot.
Right.
And, yeah, we went up there. It was, like, I would have expected like 500 to 1,000 reviews on Yelp. It had like 60, 70 reviews, but it was like a hole-in-the-wall spot that was like amazing. It was crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah. We drove all the way, because it was a fucking risk, bro. Like, driving that far up, you like, oh. But, it's the, it's...
You enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Like, you
it was
enjoyed
amazing.
It. Yeah, that's good.
And, Tesla, you can't beat paying $10 for gas. But
right. Like, that's all you see on the roads now, really, is Teslas.
Out there,
like,
yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Even here now.
Yeah, even here. Yeah, literally.
Which is really cool, because it's making something that would probably not be available to a lot of people in the past.
Right.
Very easily accessible now. Which is really cool to see.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
Hell yeah, bro.
So I know you just took this trip. Do you have any other trips in mind or any other places you want to go to next?
I think the next thing I want to do is a road trip to like the national parks where it's like the Grand Canyon.
Yes.
Fucking there's a place called Mount Zion.
Okay.
That's like
I heard of that.
in that area.
Yeah.
It's another cool park.
Mm-hmm.
And then like do like a big circle back into like the Rocky Mountains. And then stay at the Rocky Mountains for like a good like 3 to 4 days.
Yeah.
Every other place just like, 1 day type shit. And then just make it back to the Rockies.
Right.
Stay at the Rockies there. Really enjoy the nature. And then just come down back to Dallas.
That's good.
And I want to rent like, for whenever we do that, like I want to rent a Tesla Cybertruck.
That'd be perfect.
Just to test it
honest.
out.
Yeah.
Just
That'd
drive it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That'd be perfect.
No, low gas.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Because that was my first trip to Seattle. I think that was my mistake. And I was a kid too. I wasn't trying to spend that much bread. I didn't have that much bread to spend, but it was like, it was easier to just Uber to places. And if you're in the city, you could just walk around. But like, I figured out how important it is, or how like nice it is to just have a vehicle when you travel somewhere else.
You don't have to depend on nobody.
Yeah.
Just get in a car and do whatever you need to do.
Facts.
Go where you need to go. Yeah. Because that's even like when me and my dad travel, even though my dad is paying for everything. But most of the time we do Uber and whatnot. That's expensive. Like, it adds up, literally. It adds up. It's like, even with the Hawaii trip, we really didn't take Ubers like that because everything was walking distance, literally. The beach, the shops, restaurants, all of that. The only time we Ubered is to the luau, which is like 20, 25 minutes away. That was the only time. And then this mall that they had, that was probably like 15 minutes away. So those are the only. Oh, and then going back to the airport. But that was the only time we Ubered. The rest was just walking. So, but that Uber and all that does add up for sure.
Hell yeah.
For sure.
And even if it doesn't add up to more than like a rental cost, it might add up to like the same. And it's like you could have the same freedom
right
for like almost the same money. But also, yeah, you don't have to worry about a car. I would never, like, after this experience, I would never like rent a gas car. I would always, if I'm going to rent something, I'm going to rent a Tesla. Electric. Just save so much on gas.
Yeah.
Like, I would say my favorite feature, this is like probably like not even like crazy, but like my favorite feature is on cruise control, bro. Not even on self-driving, because I didn't know self-driving.
That's scary. I'd be scared of that.
That'd be, yeah. My girl was too scared, so she was like, nah, don't do it. Because I wanted to do it, but she was like, nah, don't do it.
Right.
And I was like, bet. But what I did was, when you put on cruise control, I would just be cruising on the highway, you know, because we'd be doing long trips and shit. If you're behind somebody, it keeps a safe distance, and it gets you to the same speed that they're going. Because, you know, sometimes, even if you're on the highway and you're on cruise control, let's say you come up on someone that's going slower, it'll, like, just slow down with them.
Instead of you riding that person.
Yeah.
Like how people do. Yeah.
So it's super dope. Like, you literally can just, like, put it on cruise control, and then, like, it'll slow down for when it needs to.
Somebody told me that, actually, the same thing you just said. Yeah. That's good.
They're actually adding that to a lot of cars nowadays. I was looking at, like, just randomly, like 2024 and 2025 cars that are coming out, and like the more like souped up packages,
right?
They have that the cruise control where it's like it reads that like distance and space and all that stuff, and like adjusts your speed. But I think that's super cool.
That's cool.
You don't got to worry about, like, you know, like you said,
bro,
end up having an accident and shit.
Bro, it's every day.
Because I love using cruise control, even on my truck. Like, I don't be speeding and shit, so I just put it on cruise control and then, you know, just click it up or click it down.
Because I already go, like, I speed when I need to.
Yeah.
I'm not same. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
might go 5 over the speed limit on the highway, or like 10 maybe, if that.
And then, bro, it's traffic. Why are you trying to speed?
Yeah,
like, I don't get it. Like, you all on my bumper. Like, no, bro. Because if you hit me, that's you. So I keep a safe distance already when it's traffic. Like today, I kept a safe distance, and it was moving. Like, we're going to get to where we need to go. So what's the rush? You know what I mean? So
I always be telling my girl, I'm like, bro, like, as human beings, people don't realize how, like, your speed, like going 10 miles, 20 miles over the speed limit, how it's not really going to affect the time that's going to take you to get to where you need to get.
Exactly.
Like, those time frames are so minuscule. Like, we can't fuck with that unless we're going 100, 200 miles an hour.
Like, you're not gonna, stupid fast,
yeah. Which most cars can't even get up to and hold. Like,
no.
You know, like, just chill out.
Like, you're going to get to your destination. Yeah. Just relax.
Damn, bro. Nah, but yeah, this year's been really fucking great. It's been my best year as an adult for me, like, ever.
Why is that?
Just like, so I took, like, you know this, you know, the people don't, or people saw, but whoever watches that follows me or whatever the fuck.
Right.
But I wasn't on any social media for like a good, like, 6 months.
A long time.
Like, nothing, bro.
Yeah.
I don't be on Facebook anyways. I wasn't on that, but like Instagram, I was off of it. No Twitter, nothing. It was the best thing that I could have done for my own mental health. I feel, because I've been able to now build like a slight disassociation, or a big disassociation with social media and what it is. So even now when I do get on it, like, it's more of like a pump and dump. You know, like, you know, post cool content, watch the homie shit, like the homie shit, and then just get the fuck out.
Yeah.
And then come back in a few days or a few weeks or the next day, or whenever I decide to, you know.
You feel like it, yeah.
But you know, even for someone like me, I don't feel like, even before the social media break, I didn't feel like I was too attached to it. And if you would have asked me, like, I would have told you, yeah, I'm not, like, I have little attachment to social media. But after, like, I would say the first month was, like, it felt almost difficult. It felt difficult. It was like, oh, shit, should I just get on and, like, check what's going on?
See what's going on, yeah.
Shit like that. And I'm like, damn, like, I'm having these fucking thoughts. Like, it's crazy. But after that, it was just like, okay, cool. Month 2, month 3, month
it's
4,
the
month
same
5.
shit. Like, you're not missing nothing, really.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying. I'm not on it, like, every second. No, like, I put my phone down or whatnot. But, like, I don't know. Just entertaining, I guess.
Same. And I was same, you know, same position. But yeah, I would notice that within myself of like, oh, fuck, like, I just need to take a break, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I also wanted to take like a creative break from Grow Strong. Because Grow Strong is something that I want to do for as long as I can do it. Like,
Facts.
as long as I can do it and keep doing it, I'm going to keep doing it. But like, I just was going at a pace where I felt like if I continued that, I was just going to burn myself out. And so, fuck being like any other brand. Like, if I drop 2 times a year, like, I drop 2 times a year. And maybe like a little capsule here and there. But like,
you're on your own time.
My own time. Yeah. If there's a year I want to drop, we drop 3 times. We drop 3 times. Yeah. But you like, also like, you know, really listening to my body and my mind, and that's something that I had been hearing within myself for a while before I took this social media break. Was like, you need to just take time for yourself, like really take time for yourself, and like,
it's really important. Yes,
I feel like, and you know, business doing good, all this other shit. But the biggest win for me is that being able to just continue elevating my mind and shit, and just having a different perspective and understanding, and going through changes and disassociating from things that we don't need to associate too much with. But that's just something I had to do for myself. You know, I don't think that's something that everybody needs to do or anything like that. But it's just something that like my body was asking me for a long time. Like, hey, like, take a break, take a creative break, take a social media break, take a little break, and just like
before you collapse. Or
something. Yeah. And so did that and really grinded, worked in silence. As corny as that fucking sounds, but like that shit is lit, bro. Like it was just me. Like, it was just me applying myself in every avenue. I still trade every day. I still have the business. Construction business is doing really good.
Yes.
But, you know, and all those things, it's also been my best year, like best year training wise, best year business wise. But fuck all that. Like, the best dub is like, because money does not really matter. Like, it really does not, bro. Like, I think of it as a tool. The more that I've started getting more bread and shit, like, I don't need to like do no crazy extra shit or buy no crazy extra shit, you know. But like, it just becomes kind of a tool to be able to like develop cooler shit, or like live, you know, like how I'm thinking about it. Like, the money that I made this year from projects, this is gonna pay my rent and my bills for the next year, year and a half, or whatever the fuck.
You're ahead. You're thinking ahead.
Type shit, because. You know, me, when I was probably 20, 21, I'd been like, I'm gonna fucking go spend this shit on Supreme.
Yeah, like, she was younger, but now that you're older, like, you're realizing a lot. Like, like a 40, 50-year-old would be thinking, like,
type shit.
A good mindset. Like, that's good.
And just reading, back to how you mentioned reading, I don't really read that often. Even now, like, the last time I read a book was probably earlier this year. I read 2 different ones. One actually on paper, and then the cool thing is our public library over there, they have an app. And I think most public libraries might have this app, and then you just log in with your library info.
Right.
And you get, if they don't have the book, you know, in their shelves, you can get the
audio.
It's not an audio book. It's like a actual, like a ebook, like on your phone, where it's like the
kind of
book,
like a Kindle type shit. Yeah.
Type shit. Yeah. And so I read one of them on there and stuff. But I actually, this one book, it's this guy called Lao Tzu. It's kind of funny. But but he's an ancient Asian philosopher. I think Chinese philosopher. But he has like really great teachings, and I found his book on sale at like a half price books for like $7.99. It's like a graphic novel. That's his like books that he wrote, but like it explains with like every page is like the how I would explain it is like everything that he like every little page is like a different psalm.
Okay.
How it is like in Psalms and shit like that.
Right.
So every little page is like a different teaching that he's explaining. With a little graphic for you to understand it better, because sometimes some of the verbatim in the words is kind of like confusing or a little too elaborate.
Like an image, yeah.
So it's like an image to help you, understand
elaborate better. Yeah.
I did that, and then the Meditations by Marcus Aurelius, like I mentioned to you. There's a lot of really good shit, even because it's on Spotify, so I'll just play it every now and then and just listen to that shit. And but just like you, it's hard for me to get involved in a book if I'm not interested. Like, but the shit that I have read and the shit that I do read or still listen to or whatever, like it's fucking great.
Cause even when I was younger, and I was younger, of course, like elementary, like I used to love books, bro. Like
Scholastic Book Fair.
Yes, book fair all the time. I would buy like 2 books.
Hell yeah.
And then like my mom, she'll sometimes buy me books, and some I read, some I didn't. I really, wasn't interested in it. And she kind of continued doing that. Like, we'll go to Barnes and Nobles.
That's just fun going to Barnes and
It
Noble.
really is. It really is. Just browsing, seeing what you can find. Yeah. And it's a vibe. It's chill, like, So we'll do that, like, on Saturdays. And she'll get, like, a book or something. Then you got Starbucks inside, so we get us some Starbucks coffee. And I'll find me a book or whatever. And she'll be like, is this what you want? I'm like, yeah, that's what I want. Like, I'm going to read it. So, yeah. But after that, kind of when I got older, I just kind of stopped, reading and whatnot. Probably like when I first started college, community college, and then now it's just kind of like I want to get back into that, expand my vocabulary, of course, just have a better mindset on things. Not saying that I don't, but just expand it. Yeah. Kind of like how you, with everything you just explained, just that mindset.
Yeah.
So that's really the main thing. So it's going to come.
Hell yeah.
It's going to come.
Facts, bro. Yeah. And it goes back to it, we both mentioned it. It's just finding shit that we're like interested in, like, oh, this is calling to me, like this looks really cool. Let me try to read this out. But yeah, reading is awesome. Reading is great, yeah. Reading is fucking great. Yeah, same for me. I would say going back onto what you were mentioning earlier about the activities and stuff. So like fucking and I don't want to use these as excuses or anything, but yeah, like entrepreneurship was fucking hard. And so
it's not easy.
Something good, easy. I love food, bro. I'll be the first to say it. I fucking love food. Food is like a delicacy, even if it's like some, $8 tacos or something, a few dollar tacos. Yeah. You can get a little taco dish or whatever, some sopes, but I enjoy that shit, bro. But yeah, like it was just something that I like would fall back on, and just I ended up overeating a lot, and I went from like 230 to damn near 300 pounds, and now I'm like 285 right now.
It's progress.
It's progress that I've, I'm making slow progress, and this has been only over the last 3 months that I've been actually consistent. Because this year I have started being more active, especially in the first half of the year, or the first 3 months, I would say. I started doing cardio consistently and trying to go to the gym, but really mostly cardio.
Yeah.
And then after that, incorporating the gym more into my routine and stuff like that. And then the biggest thing was just counting my calories. So I'm not like super anal about it or anything, like, but I do measure, I still, me and my girl will still go out to eat, but like we calculate for that. We account for that. Like, all right, cool. We're going to go eat, so let me fast for most of the day. Like today, we're going to go do our ritual at Lucky's. So I had all I had today was a little sandwich.
All I had was a breakfast croissant and water.
Nice.
Literally, that's it.
Hell yeah. Because Lucky's going to be good.
You got to say that appetite for that, for sure.
If you're in Dallas, you got to go check out Lucky's. Lucky's Hot Chicken.
Yes, sir.
Some of the best hot chicken.
Sir. And if you're going inside to eat, It's amazing. The customer service, it's
the ambiance.
Yes,
it's really
amazing.
nice.
It really is.
It's kind of in the hood, but don't be scared. Nothing
yeah,
bad happens.
yeah. Don't be scared. Like it's
really nice. But yeah, fucking damn, what were we talking about?
Calories.
Yeah, counting calories and shit.
Yeah.
So I've just been getting consistent with that, and I'm not at a huge caloric deficit. Like, I'm not cutting super hard. I'm just doing something that's maintainable that I can grow consistency with.
Right.
And so I've been able to be consistent for a good period now, and so I'm just slowly. My goal is not like, okay, I'm gonna lose 80 pounds or 70 pounds in like 3 months. It's like I'm gonna lose that over the course of like a year, or
Right.
12 to 14 months or something. So that's kind of my perspective on
I
that.
feel like you said, you want to lose this amount of pounds. I feel like that's kind of pressure on you as well. Because it's like, oh my God, I got to do this. Like, no.
Yeah. Just go with the flow.
Exactly.
Just going with the flow. And really the biggest thing is just building good, consistent habits. Good habits. You know, because once I do get to that desired weight, however long it takes, you know, I'm thinking maybe a year or whatever, but like once I get there, I'll be able to return to eating, you know, a bit more or whatever, but now I'll have good habits that I've built over the last year, because I had really good habits for a long time, but like when you don't do that shit consistently for like a 2 to 3 year period, which is what happened to me, and it's like, that shit goes away. So now you're having to rebuild from scratch, which is, it's now I'm understanding why it's so difficult for people to go about like losing weight and shit. Like once they get like too much, like it's crazy, you know, like it's hard because you're like, holy fuck, like where do I even start? But yeah, man. So,
because like, I'm not going to lie, I do eat a lot of greasy, like my cholesterol is kind of high. I'm just being honest, it is, because I went to the doctor not too long ago, like a yearly checkup that I do to make sure everything else was fine. It's just my cholesterol, bro. Like I just love greasy shit. Like I can't help it. So she was just like, just calm down on that. Even my mom told me. So like I'll cook, or my mom, she'll cook like pasta, you know, something like that. I'm starting to eat more salad now because I really wasn't a salad dude.
Yeah.
Or I'll treat myself to like that kind of food on the weekends or something like that.
Yeah.
But during the week, I'm just
eating cleaner.
Yeah,
man. And that's awesome, bro. Because it's like our longevity in this shit. That's really what it is. It's like these habits that we build now. Because you can still have like whatever greasy plate you want, like on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But the majority of the week, like you said, just cleaning up a little bit. And that's all it really is. And just building those little habits. And over time, they just add up and boom, you're good. But sometimes it's very difficult for even people that have good understanding of shit, or a little bit better understanding of shit. It's hard to have that perspective of like, oh yeah, the little things that I'm doing today are going to like pay off over this big scale. Because just like how we talked about people riding others' asses and going too fast and shit, we don't have that understanding of time. Like it still takes time to do shit. So like us being human and our human bodies and stuff, they take time. You know, they take time to develop, just like anything else does. But
and a lot of people don't realize that.
Yeah,
they really don't. I just know for a fact. Maybe like very little.
Yeah,
the rest just be it's ridiculous.
Bro, it's funny you say that too, because one of my subcontractors, one of my painters, he had pulled up. I had, you know, paid him for the week or whatever, and he has a girlfriend currently that she's like giving people like Ozempic shots, or like some sort of shot that's like will help you lose weight. And because I had told him that, I was like, this was a few months ago, I was like, hey, I'm losing weight. And he's like, yeah, man, like, you know, she can give you a shot. And I was like, bro, I don't want that shit. Like, I don't want nothing, because, like, I want to build good habits. Like,
you want to do it for yourself.
I'm doing it for myself, because another big thing that I really found within myself, I would say over the last, like, year especially over the last 6 months or 6 to 8 months now, but is self-love. Because
Mm-hmm.
even whenever I look back on shit, bro, like I was looking at my pictures from like 2020, 2021.
Mm-hmm.
In my head, I still thought I was overweight. And I thought
Mm.
yeah, bro, and I look at pictures that I was like from back then. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I looked good. But within myself, I didn't really have that self love. And that's something that I'm really glad that I kind of acquired over this time is
Mm-hmm.
self love. Even though I'm like, I got a little gut right now and some man boobs and shit a little bit. I love myself more than ever, and I'm like within my own mind and stuff.
Right.
So now this physical self, is it's been easy,
Mm-hmm.
because it's just like a matter of like a routine and discipline and stuff. But within myself, I already have that self love,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just glad I was able to achieve that, man.
That's that's good. I think that's the number one thing, to have self love in yourself. Like, seriously, I probably I always had self love, like, but I realized that probably when I turned 22, maybe. Yeah, 22, 23, maybe. When I was just really realizing things and stuff like that. And self love, yeah, that's one of the most important things for a human, to be honest. Yeah.
Facts, bro.
Yeah. So that's good that you realize that. Yeah, that's good. Seriously.
Hell yeah.
That's good. I wanted to ask you, during your 6 month, has anybody from social media, has they hit you up to check on you, see
Hmm.
how you was doing?
Yeah, I have a homie. And you probably seen him on the Grow Strong page. Maybe his son, the little boxing homie, the
Yes,
younger boxing kid. So
yes,
his dad,
yes.
during this time too, shout out to Team Quality Boxing
Shout out to y'all.
out in PG in the Grove.
Hmm.
Um, but he opened up his own gym in
Oh,
January,
wow.
and me and him are cool. I haven't known him as long as you have, as me and you, and
Hmm.
nor was I talking to him because even me and you, I'd probably talk to you maybe once a week or something, or sometimes it'd be a few
Really?
weeks before I talk to people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
sometimes it'd be like a month or
yeah.
two before I talk to somebody. But
But I get it.
he
Yeah.
would reach out and he'd be like, "Hey, bro, just checking in on you," and low key like I would not text him back, and he knows this now. Like but I was in a place where my girl was going through some family stuff and, just a bunch of different things.
Hmm.
I was doing the betterment of myself. I was really just grinding and within my own mind, for my businesses and all this other shit.
Right.
So I really just, it wasn't even just a social media cut. It was a cut of like all
Pretty much
social
every.
aspect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Besides my family and stuff, which I also really love that I did that
Hmm.
because I grew a even closer knit relationship with them and which is fucking awesome.
That's good. Yeah.
We were close and all that stuff, but
Yeah.
like just closer,
Hmm.
like they're my people and stuff. But yeah, and he would reach out and stuff, and I would get on the phone with him. I would call
Hmm.
him, every now and then, and text back, and I appreciate him, because it really did show me like. The people that really do fuck with me, and not that I care, because people will still fuck with you, like, and sometimes, people don't have to hit you up during these periods.
Right.
It's almost selfish to think that, like, oh, these
Hmm.
people have to worry about my life. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't feel no type of way, but I am very grateful for the people
Yeah.
that are close to me, like yourself and
Hmm.
my homie Marcos. Because I look up to him too. He's doing his own thing. Like he has a boxing gym. He works a full-time job. He has two kids that he takes care of very well.
That's good.
And now this awesome boxing gym that's doing really well that they're looking to expand in the near future. Um, but yeah, yeah. I would say I didn't have too many people, but also I wasn't really looking for that either.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But I am
Yeah.
glad, just to reiterate, I am glad for the people
That
that
did.
are cool with
Yeah.
me and stuff like that to that extent that I can, share that with people and like be
Hmm.
like I told you like, hey, this is what I'm doing. and you didn't really take offense to that, you know, because like we can
Mm.
always get back to conversation, like it's
Right.
no time spent, you know, but nah, yeah. And now I'm just ready to develop this new collection. Really,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
excited to just develop something, you know, more. You know, the shit that I was doing, I feel like it was cool. It's
Mm-hmm.
dope. It's cool shit. Like cool
Mm-hmm.
ideas. Blah blah blah.
Original.
Original,
Mm-hmm.
but it had to elevate. Like
Mm-hmm.
I had to take time to elevate my own mind. That way, I could bring back new ideas and be able to develop new ideas in
Mm-hmm.
a way where it's like again elevated.
Mm-hmm.
And that was really it, you know, again taking a more precise, concise approach to releases and rollouts and this. It'll be fucking dope. I have this whole thing planned out. And I've been talking to you about it. I mean, I've been developing this collection
Long ass
since
time.
fucking like February.
Yeah, long
Fucking
ass
started in
time.
January, you know,
Yeah.
like, and that was something cool before, or like not cool. That's one of the things before. It's like because I was dropping maybe 3 times a year,
Mm-hmm.
a minimum.
Right.
I was only developing like for a few months, 2 to 3 months before I had to actually develop a rollout and put it out.
Mm-hmm.
If that, sometimes maybe 2 months, and then like you know, by the time I put something out, I'm already having to start thinking of like, all right, cool, because I had that you know pressure on myself of doing those amount of jobs.
So now that you know you took this break, and like we said before, like if you want to drop one or two, you know, will you continue to do that
Mm-hmm.
instead of you know doing what you did before?
Yeah, 100%. Because what it showed me is one of the biggest reasons why I didn't want to take a break is because of the whole mentality about social media, where like on Instagram, like oh fuck, if I don't make a post for 6 months, is my page just gonna like get put down and like I won't get interaction anymore? And then I came back and I dropped some banger videos and they have like 6,000, 5,000 views. I promoted them. They got hella fucking like most viewed shit that Girl Strong's ever put out.
Nah, that's good.
And so I'm like, damn, like
Mm-hmm.
didn't lose a fucking follower, have gained followers, and I'm like, holy shit, like I can really just do this shit on my terms. Not that I'm
Exactly.
not you know, I think a
Mm-hmm.
minimum of 2 drops per year.
Got you. I got you.
But also for us, this content, like I love doing this shit, bro. Like I love
Mm-hmm.
coming in here, having conversations, and it's dope because we have a recording of this conversation because it's just me and you talking, or when we have a guest, it's just
Right.
us talking.
Mm-hmm.
But it's cool having a record of this because it's like we get to look back on it,
Right.
listen to this shit,
Mm-hmm.
have something that we do, even though it's just like a podcast and whatever. Like yeah, it's just a conversation that we're able to record and like look back on because it's. I think that's pretty cool, you know.
Like, damn, we did a podcast. Like, you're a host of your own podcast. Like,
Yeah.
that's yeah.
And not even on that type of
Yeah,
shit, but just like being
yeah.
like, damn, like we have recordings of these conversations where we just talk about where
certain
we were,
topics, stuff. Yeah,
just
yeah.
the place and time, you
Mhm.
know. It's pretty fucking dope and stuff. But
Yeah.
but nah, yeah, man, this year's gonna be fucking awesome.
I'm excited
Looking
for the rollout.
Thank you, bro.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, everything's gonna be elevated, also in the sense of quality was already upgrading, and I was upgrading, you know,
Mhm.
very consistently. Not that you know, even the first shit ever put out is pretty dope.
Yeah, it was
Good quality shit,
Yeah.
but like this is really just higher stuff. Doing some cool stuff for the ladies that I haven't done in a while.
Hey.
Some dope ass shirts, and this is the first time in a while that I'll be doing shirts in like t-shirts that are like 3 different colors. So those 3 different colors are going to be available for you know the different styles with their different colors and stuff. Just super cool.
With the
'Cause
logo on
Yeah.
it. Thing. Okay.
so it'll be super dope. It's just taking time to be able to develop that. Like even just doing like a different color,
Mhm.
because now you have to get stock in all those different sizes.
Mhm.
So if you're doing, you know, most of the releases in the last year or two, like they've been in black T-shirts, And it's because like I can stock black t-shirts, in every size X, small through double XL or whatever.
And black is just that color,
like it's always gonna be that color.
Yeah.
But also offering some other dope colors because just expanding little by little and adding different flares and stuff. And that's something I always look to do with what I'm doing, is just trying to continue growing, and like what I provided last year was dope, but let's see what we can do this year,
Yeah.
Once the creativity, once the artistry, once like the messaging, all of that is created, the art is made. When the rollout starts, it's really about that. Just what better things can I provide, and then really focusing on the development of that. But yeah, it'll be dope. It'll be a good release, and I look forward to making videos. I'm glad I've taken time away from videos because it's like a fucking refresh for my mind. New music's come out. God damn, we got so much to talk about, especially in the next few episodes. By the way, if y'all are listening, we're going to keep doing this shit again every 2 weeks.
Yep.
We appreciate y'all listening. But, bro, fucking Not Like Us, Kendrick. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar for fucking public Drake execution. It was the greatest thing, like, experiencing that, bro. Like, it was fucking amazing. Because that's, like, if you're a rap fan, I don't even want to say it like that, because then I'm going to sound like a fucking old head. But, like, when you're a real fan of the artistry and shit, you've been knowing, some shit's been brewing for a while, bro. Like, I've been a Kendrick fan since, like, 7th grade. I've been a Drake fan for a long time, too. Probably the same time.
Yeah.
But now, like, ever since, like, Euphoria and, like, Not Like Us, bro, like, I haven't listened to Drake. I'm going to have to be honest, and I might sound like a stan right now, but, like, hey, I can't listen to him the same because, like, I grew up wanting Drake or, like, listening to Drake because it was, like, a good vibe and shit. It's not like he was talking about, like, shit that he wasn't.
Typical shit that rappers talk about.
That he does nowadays. Yeah. And so it was cool, it was dope. And Kendrick, he's always been his own too, and that's why I always fucked with Kendrick, is he's always been his own man, his own lane, his own artistry. That's something that inspires me. Even like me saying like I'm gonna drop twice a year, I look at him and I'm like, damn, like this dude drops every few years, but it's fucking amazing shit, and he just keeps growing. And it's just something like, as long as you just stay true to yourself, to your artistry, and you put out, you're going to continue growing, whether that's a little bit or a lot. You're going to continue growing. You're going to continue, even if it's not like just your audience, but you and your own artistry. Because as an artist, if you're doing that, if you're creating shit, you're really creating shit for yourself. Just continuing to develop that within yourself. And it's super dope to have had, that demonstration from Kendrick and shit.
The fact he dropped back to back to back.
Yeah, bro.
He didn't say nothing. He just looked on YouTube or Apple Music right there. You messaged me and I'm like, oh shit, he dropped again?
He dropped again, bro. Yep. That shit was crazy. It feels just like last week, but it's been fucking months now. I just realized that the other day. I was like, damn.
I've never seen a song like this go so crazy.
No, yeah. God's plan was that, and then this fucking shattered those records. Like, it's crazy.
Like, literally everybody, even my mom, and she don't listen to rap like that.
But she knows.
She likes that shit. I was like, Mom, let me play this song for you. Kendrick is dissing Drake. She's like, okay. And she was listening. She's like, oh, like, and she was like, is he talking about Drake? Yes, like, yes. So she like it. My dad like it. Yeah. So if my parents like it, then it's big, bro. Like, I'm being honest.
Hell yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, shout out to Kendrick Lamar, bro. I appreciate you for giving us, Drake said this, and he was probably, made you give your fans some new music. But when Like That came out, bro, when I first heard Like That, because remember when it first dropped, they didn't have the features on there, because they trying to make you listen to the whole thing. Fucking, I saw some shit on Reddit, was like, hey, Kendrick's on this track. And then it was like a YouTube video of someone reacting to it, but I didn't see that, and I was like, oh shit, I need to go listen to this track. Brother, I listened to that track probably like at least 15 to 30 times that morning.
Next day it was on the radio. Next day it was on the radio. Swear to God. Because I was in work in the work van. They played that shit.
Yeah.
Then it's like, I forgot J. Cole. He got into it.
Yeah.
But he took himself out of that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I'm kind of glad he did that.
As he should, you know. And
yeah.
I at first I was like, bro, like 7 minute drill. I like the cadence and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But he was talking some nonsense. Like him, he was like, "Oh, you're boring." Essentially, like one of his shots is, "You're fucking like you're boring."
Mm-hmm.
But that's like what everybody memes J. Cole for. It's like they call J. Cole boring, you know?
He is. Like, I'm not hating on J. Cole or nothing, but I
haven't been like, oh, I want to listen to some J. Cole in years, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The only album I could probably listen to from beginning to end is Born Center. Me personally.
Okay.
That's the one with the white cover with the little...
Yep.
Yeah, that's my favorite album by him.
Me and my bitch.
Yes. Forbidden Fruit.
Took a little
dip. Mm-hmm. But Kendrick, on the other hand, I can listen to any of his albums and like...
Fuck yeah. I listened to Section 80 on the way here. Fucking amazing, bro.
They're all masterpieces. Yeah,
bro. And I've always... not because the masses say this and not because he got a fucking Pulitzer Award, but I personally... To Pimp a Butterfly is like... that's an album, bro, that like I truly lived with. Whenever I was like... I think that album dropped when I was a senior in high school. I was already a huge Kendrick fan. I was waiting for that shit. And I lived with that fucking album, bro. Like the sounds. I've always loved jazz. I've always loved just sounds in general. Like it wasn't just, my first musical love was rock, but like, you know, To Pimp a Butterfly was just like this soundscape, this fucking story. Because every time he drops an album, it's a fucking big ass story, right? Yep. But just the concept and just the sounds and the everything.
I think that's his best album.
It's fucking amazing, bro.
To Pimp a Butterfly, in my opinion.
It's amazing. During this time too, though, like I would say after the beef shit, I hadn't really I had listened to a lot, a good amount of Mr. Morale. I went back to it. Okay. It is a great album. It is a great album.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say it's not. It's not my favorite Kendrick album, and I love Kendrick, I think it's still, that album beats out fucking most people's albums, but like that album, it's amazing. It is a great piece of like, I think Charlamagne said some shit like this. He said that it's like his 444. Like Jay-Z had 444. This is like his version of like growing up, but that's always been Kendrick's music's like discovering new ideas and new shit and stuff, but yeah, it's a great album.
I don't know if I have an album that I've said about Section 80. I don't, because I listen to a lot, so it's hard. You got me thinking about that now. I have to go back to that.
It's hard.
Yeah, it's really hard, bro. Like I got so many albums.
Hell yeah.
That I listen to.
The biggest thing out of all that shit, I'm just super happy we got new music. Even like, just even like that aside, that Future Metro Boomin album was amazing, fucking great.
I still listen to it.
Same, bro.
Yep.
That I'm glad we got.
Who else?
Lil Yachty's been on a run, bro.
Oh yeah.
Cold Sunday, like all this shit he's been doing the last 1 to 2 years.
Have you heard him and James Blake?
I haven't. I saw a clip of their podcast thing. Yeah.
I haven't listened to it fully, but I've heard mixed reviews about it. People saying it feel like it's been rushed. They could have waited. I have to go back and listen to it.
Is a song?
It's an album.
Oh.
Yeah, like 10 songs.
Oh, wow.
They dropped maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks ago.
Oh, wow. I'll check it out for sure. Kendrick, you're on the dot, bro. K dot. No pun intended. Because like you really showed us, bro, that you could drop amazing music back to back to back. I know you had been cooking because I saw like a tweet of Top Dog like a month before Not Like Us came out. He tweeted K Dot, I see dead people. So this was something that they've been pre-planning. That Kendrick has been planning for such a long time, bro.
And let's not forget he dropped Not Like Us video on 4th of July.
4th of July, amazing. That fucking broccoli shit, bro. I swear to God, I fucking after watching the video, that snippet, bro. I re-listened to that shit over and over and over.
What was that one snippet from the All Right video in the beginning? I have to show you. But I have to show it to you, but it's a good snippet too. You'll fuck with it. You heard it. I know you have.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. That one too. One too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need that album, bro. Please.
Yeah. Yeah.
But hell yeah, man. Fucking Unmastered, episode 16.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah. We back at it.
Yes, sir.
You know, thank you guys for listening. If you guys check this out, you know, thank you for checking it out. We really just do it because it's fucking fun to both of us.
It is.
Like, this is fun, bro. Like, you know, it's amazing just being able to have a conversation with someone who's also down to have a conversation on just like and record this shit and us put it out there and like, you know, because it's not like it's not our sole identity, but it's like it's something that we're doing together. And so I appreciate you for that. You know, I always tell you that. And but you know, it's super dope being able to do this shit. And I'm glad people listen to this shit. Like, I've had a homie where he's like, yeah, I remember I watched this one. And he was telling me something that we were saying. I was like, oh, shit. Like, I had to go back and check it out.
Yeah, I got people that be listening, too. So, shout out to everybody that listens to us.
Thank you, guys.
Yep.
But yeah, shout out to Lucky's. We're about to go hit that hoe up. If you're in Dallas, check out Lucky's. We're not sponsored yet, but we will be one day.
Please. It's really good. Like, please, go check it out.
Hell yeah.
Please.
Yeah. Thank y'all for listening. And we'll see you on the next one.
Till next time.
Hell yeah. That was lit, bro.